You're watching Around the Bay Sports. This is like subscribe, and we are all your hosts.
I'm Jack.
I'm Drew.
Now I'm on, and this is
Around.
The Bay.
Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the late start. We got to make sure to make this show amazing. We have a lot to discuss. As we know, the NFL has pretty much kicked off, and lots is happening: drama, trade, rumors, chaos, cures, and injury plays. And of course, the MLB deadline is approaching. I know we got our Giants, who maybe. I was thinking maybe actually just real quick, actually maybe talk about that when we get to it. And yeah, I know the MLB deadline's approaching. A lot to discuss there. It's coming up this Monday. So thanks for waiting, and let's get going. But first of all, there's one sport we need to talk about, and that is the WNBA. And we're keeping it in the Bay, and that is our Golden State Valkyries. So Drew and I saw the game last night, and man, we could have won it even though we choked an 18-point lead, and we still could have won it. So let's just start there real quick, just for Drew and I, since we saw it. So Drew, what's your thoughts on that game?
First of all, we have Gabby Williams playing for those who watched the game last night. So she didn't play last night. And then, yeah, it was gut wrenching because we're up by 18, and then still had a chance to tie the game. You know, Shalon, the person who shot the free throws, she had 3 free throws and she missed the last one, and then she got fouled another time and she perfectly tried to miss, but still made it. So like, I don't know. We lost. We lost 2 in a row.
Which I feel like it's rare because I'm like, I've seen not enough, but this Valkyries team, they can go from 1 win to like 10 wins in a row. That's how well they play. And it just seeing them on a losing streak just felt like, that's weird.
We're still third in our standings, but like we don't want to have this stretch of games that that matters to the Valkyries. Obviously, Amon and I do plan to go to the game on Sunday, so hopefully, I know it's not a big of a deal now, but like when I head to September, late August, like September wise, like they need to play the best basketball, and but even though we lost to the Mercury's, who is probably one of our worst teams this year, so
Right,
it's
but
kind.
really more the, I feel like they're really more the unlucky team because the way they play, I'm like, how's this team like 10 wins? Getting help.
I mean, you know, we've been we won like 8 in a row before losing these two. We just kind of those stretches, that gonna haunt us towards the postseason. So
Yeah,
hopefully, yeah, I'm just hoping that we can see them win on Sunday.
yeah, just like we're on quick thoughts before we continue on our main task, as I mentioned, football and baseball. Uh, yeah, like just seeing that there was a lot of fouls too. 32 attempts from the Mercury. I'm like, I thought this game could go on for like 4 hours. Could have went. Could have because it could almost went to overtime in cases. But yeah,
Kind of almost wrong
quite,
time.
it was
Yeah,
quite sad on the defeat, but I feel like they will bounce back when we're there.
yeah.
But let's get
We
back to
do
the.
plan to go to Sunday. So if you want to hear
We
from
got a
us on
we
our
got a
story,
comment. We got a comment, by the way.
Okay, Colin. Thank you. So I'm on full screen here. Apologize, I'm lagging.
say.
Hey, we got a new
Hey.
viewer. Thank you. Around the Bay. Round of applause. Thank you for tuning in.
It's always nice to have a new viewer.
It's always nice to have a new viewer, so hopefully you enjoy our content and make sure check our page more often on we have other videos.
Instagram.
on Instagram, but even just on their YouTube page.
Oh,
But
if you guys want the vlog and the games coming up, well, Jesse's going. Oh, by the way, Jesse's not here, by the way. So he's going to San Diego, by the way. If you want to see a follow from Jesse when he go into the Giants Padre game, or me and Mom just mentioned us going to the Valkyries game on Sunday, or Jack goes a game near his area. So like
The
just
Nationals or the
the
Warriors.
National or the Warriors, or even the Ravens, or
anything in particular.
anything particular, like just comment, like tell us, like actually comment on this right now, and we'll do it. We'll
Yeah,
do it going forward.
we'll do it. All right, let's continue on, guys. It's our favorite sport, as we know. Football season, college is about a.
Well, do we want to like jump into since we talked about WNBA? Do we want to like talk about some basketball stuff that was going on that
Okay, I have my thoughts about the LeBron.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, let's keep it basketball related for a moment.
I have my thoughts about the LeBron situation.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know, these two did another show about the LeBron, signing with Philly and stuff. If you guys don't know, LeBron's decision was between Golden State and the Sixers. The reason why LeBron didn't sign with the Warriors because the history he has with the Warriors. Obviously, he played against the Warriors in the finals like 4 years in a row or something. And obviously, he'll love to play Steph, but he said that he'll play with Steph any team but Golden State. So like, it's just mad. I mean, I knew, of course, I wanted us to get LeBron, but I didn't expect him to go Philly. Like that's the thing. I didn't expect him to go Philadelphia. I thought it was going to be Cavs. Where you started and then where you end. I thought that was going to be the way he's going to end his career was in Cleveland. So I think that him going to Sixers to join Jaren Brown, Joel Embiid, VJ Killen, Tyrese Maxey, just that team, like I don't know their depth. I'm not sure they have enough depth to beat the Knicks or any contender teams in the East, but it's gonna be a fun season. So, hopefully it's gonna be Sixers Knicks ring night game on when they do schedule the NBA season. So that's my thoughts.
That could happen. That's good. Yeah, that could happen. But let's actually, we went WNBA and Jack was mentioning it. Let's go to the NBA real quick. The Warriors, since Drew's been mentioning it, they made some moves, not actual moves. But they kept it in line. Draymond Green is back.
Right. I'm just gonna take over. This team makes me sick to my
core.
This, like being a Warrior, like I get the Warriors have won championships and everything, but like, come on, man. You missed out on so many guys. You missed out on Paul George. You missed out on Anthony Davis. You missed out on Jaylen Brown. You missed out on LeBron. You missed out on Kawhi Leonard. And you're probably going to miss out on DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, Giannis.
The list just, and Giannis. And the list just goes on and on and on. So according to stuff that's going on social media, according to a sports analyst named Logan Murdoch, apparently the Warriors did not want to trade Jimmy Butler because of Anthony Davis's injury history and his desire for a contract extension. So the Warriors, and then on top of that, the Golden State Warriors were offered Jaylen Brown, and the Warriors would have had to give up 4 first-round picks to get Jaylen Brown. This team, Mike Dunleavy needs to be sent to like Guantanamo Bay or something because this team makes me sick. How do you not accept that for Jaylen Brown? Jaylen Brown and Steph Curry. First off, Jaylen Brown being back in the Bay when we used to go to Cal. Oh my god! Then this team just
You could blame Dunleavy, but this might. I was listening on like one of those good old Bay Area KNBR shows, and they had some talk thinking like goes back to Bob Myers when it comes to Joe Lacob.
Bob Myers jumped the ship for a reason,
I
and this
think
is honestly it. Either
I
Joe
think
Lacob is holding Mike Dunleavy in a leash, or Mike Dunleavy has got no balls whatsoever.
I think it's that. I think Lacob must have had a leash. Oh, you could say a leash for air quotes on Dunleavy, and heck, like they were talking like think that's why Bob left. Sure, it's not. Sure, it's because he did enough. He gave us the titles. He's good. I think he's in the books. But I think it was maybe just because of Lacob. Maybe Lacob had a different plan, and Bob didn't want to do it, so he just pretty much jumped ship. No. And then Dunleavy, being part of the official, gets promoted, and GM it. But as I saw on social, that I'm not sure it's air quotes.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is just.
But
I feel like it wouldn't have made a major difference if they would have got Jalen Brown, but at least it would have helped Steph Curry, not score so much. With the help of Jalen Brown, that would have been a good contribution offense. Because who else do the Warriors have that is a quote good offensive player? It's not Podzemski. Jimmy Butler, it could be him, but he's still hurt, so we don't know. Draymond's on a score. Porzingis gets hurt a lot.
We made the trade for Jimmy for Curry's help because he's averaged like 18 points a game. It sucks he got hurt, so the weight went back to Curry. And then that we had this talk, and one of our watchers that maybe will be watching this now, he just kept he kept saying, quit talking about, pretty much not, and I quote, but pretty much saying, quit talking about the old, stick with, we have the youth. And I agree with this because where I was going to say is Lacob is he's almost trying to prepare for Curry when he eventually retires,
yeah.
And then builds this new team for this style of the NBA as we're on, that we've been on for a while now. And then we're entering now might be pretty much getting closer to entering this new era. So you kind of have to try to compete to that, think of the future. I know for you, Jack, it's now, and some people might agree, just go for it now, make the players.
Yeah, no, I'm a guy who likes to win now. I don't like waiting for certain things.
I saw these funny posts of these actually I searched about this. I don't know if you guys knew. It's not, the Spurs never made an offer, but there's speculation that they were thinking making an offer for Curry just in case he needs a request. Think the people that are tuning in. Making if he ever made a request, and of course that's probably not going to happen. And as other news with the Warriors, I'm gonna have to check my sources, but I just saw something about Curry probably not going to do an extension. I'm not sure that's correct. But I just saw a post of some sort like that. I'm not sure it's 100%, but there was at least maybe some people are speculating on that too, of Curry not extending. I mean, there's a lot of humor. The only team in the NBA that has made a single move. There's a lot of teams that made their moves. Here's an example: Kuminga. Lakers, they're trying to make an offer on him, and he's not biting. I don't know what he's waiting on. He's not with Atlanta, folks. He's chilling on the couch, or at least practicing, just in case he gets, unless his agent gives him a sign. So it's hey, get Kuminga back. But we know how that story went. So, yeah, I mean, I know, but hey, I mean, the team's here, but not as a lot of people imagine. And we'll just see how the season turns out, because heck, we're almost approaching the end of the year at this point, so NBA season not too far. Well, Drew, since we had our spill, what's your thoughts on just how the Warriors been? What do you think?
My usual. Do nothing.
That's it?
I mean, Mike Dunleavy, I don't know. I'm not sure we talked about the Sharks GM, how he does his thing. He has so much confidence and stuff, but like,
I mean, the Sharks, as we know, they've been dying to win the Stanley Cup.
but like,
Might be a little different.
I don't know how my family has not taken the risk of doing or just taking the risk. Like the Sharks GM just takes risks every time, and guess what? He's actually doing something for the team. You just don't care about this franchise at this point. Like come on, bruh.
Yeah,
Like
I don't think it's not like he doesn't care.
I don't want to say doesn't care, but like you just
I think it's just, as I say, like it could be like he's preventing him. Maybe sure you probably ever thought getting a Jalen, try to go for Giannis, but maybe he's told wait, let him decide. Let the player decide. Don't force it. Like for LeBron, I mean, sure they could have forced a deal, but they were patient. They were just the Warriors were just being too patient. Yes, you could say they're just blind as a bat and just thinking more building young into a new era when eventually the
Did
era.
you also know that the Warriors are the only team in the entire league to not make a single move?
That's what I mentioned. Yeah,
They're in the entire league. I think the Lakers have made the most, and it's just the Warriors.
yeah.
Once
Wait,
Steph, okay, I'm just gonna say this: once Steph and Draymond retire, I'm cleaning house. I'm getting rid of the coach. I'm getting rid of the GM. I'm getting rid of some of the assistants. Cleaning house
I mean,
entirely.
we know Kerr. He just signed a short-term. He could have retired.
I think it's like a
He could've
2-year,
retired.
right?
2 year,
But this is the person I was mentioning. Yeah, the money we saved, we gave him back $27 million for a year. Question though about it: what player do we build for our future?
We're probably gonna have to build it on Yaxel.
Probably.
If the coach comes out and says we are gonna build around our future to Podziemski, I might not be a Warriors
I
fan.
wouldn't say they would build around him. He'll probably
And
still.
also, and on top of that, I'm hearing rumors that the Warriors are going to give Brandon Podziemski an extension.
Yeah, like $12 million.
$20 million a year. That's Tobias Harris level type scam stuff. That's actually if that happens, I am going to DM Tobias Harris personally and send him an apology video. Because what Podziemski would do would be 1,000 times worse.
I agree because
just the thought of it scares me.
I feel like Podge.
My God.
Podge would definitely not. I don't think Podge would be the main guy as he wants to, but I feel like he would still be around as least the core of the
Warrior fans.
Of course, he's probably like 28 years old, so I don't know if I want to do that.
Calling all Warrior fans to watch us. Dark days are ahead for us. Steph's ending to his career might not be a happy one. Just putting it out there because the GM's not doing anything, and the owners just all chuckle and whatever.
Yeah. All right, let's steer course. So get our pit stuff over the NBA about the Valkyries. Warrior news. We got to talk about it. Let's get to the main state of hand, the NFL. So as we know, training camp is underway. It's been doing it for a couple of days. Of course, a lot. Like we got chaos. We got like an injury plague going on. We got drama. Let's start with drama. What's going on in Tampa Bay? Vita Vea, he wants to get paid. They're not paying him. Baker Mayfield made some cheap offer. He's mad. And I feel bad for him. I feel like he should be their franchise QB, but they're not treating him like that. He's mad. He might request a trade. So what's going on in Tampa?
Tampa seems like just in a giant mess right now with Vita Vea requesting a trade. Hopefully, and by the way, his number one team he wants to go to is a California team, and specifically the Niners, because he was born 6 miles from where the Niners play. 6 miles. And his other team is like the Raiders. And I'm going to talk more about Vita Vea in a sec, but I'm just hearing all this stuff about the Buccaneers, and it's just a complete. It's like a crap fest basically in Tampa Bay right now.
Yeah, I mean, I heard even I saw a Packers post. Packers attempted. I don't know if they fully attempted an offer, but they're interested. Packers are interested. That'd be something. Because I'll talk about the Packers shortly. But Drew, what's your thoughts on what the ship is sinking? Pirate ships are falling down into the Atlantic.
I don't know what's going on with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, you have 5 weeks till.
Well, heck, next week we got our Hall of Fame game, folks. Panthers, Cardinals. Who's watching?
Probably me.
Hey.
But yeah, 5 weeks till the opener starts, and it's just this. I don't know. Tampa Bay seems like they just want to. What's it called? Not sink, but tank. At this point.
Yeah, and like Baker Mayfield, basically he said this, and I quote, on a disappointing contract talks with the Buccaneers, so he's not only the one having issues like the other side, especially Vita. He said, and I quote, "Like I told you guys, it's all ball. I don't want to talk about it. If you've waited this long to take care of your franchise quarterback, that's too bad, because it's only going to get worse from here. I'm gonna have a really good year." So he's choosing not to talk about it, but behind closed doors, probably saying something else about it because he really likes his team, and this is like the team that he wants to stay with. And he doesn't have to come up with a good contract with the Buccaneers, and he's going to be just another journeyman in the NFL, probably going to go to another team.
Cleveland gave up on him. He could have been a franchise. LA gave him a shot. Heck, he could have been a franchise. They went with Stafford. And now Tampa Bay gave him the keys pretty much at this point, and now they're treating him like a prisoner, you could say.
And that's why Vita Vea wants out.
Well, Vita Vea, man, I don't know. Vita Vea, it could be that, but as we know from early sources, he wants to get paid. He wants extension. And I don't know. They just think with all the injuries are happening, we're going to talk about more injuries going on in this training camp. What the hell's going on? But, for example, sticking in that division, Atlanta, Penix, still recovering from an ACL he recently tore. Tua, who signed a 1-year deal, pretty much has tightened his back, you could say. I heard they're going to sign Cooper Rush because they need a quarterback out there. I mean, what's Atlanta?
It's like an injury plague going on. It's like what happened to the Niners is happening to everybody else. There's also stuff happening to the Niners.
Talk about extensions. Bijan, I think he wants to get paid too. Eventually, I think it might come up. We might catch it down the line during this training camp.
Bijan Robinson requested a trade though. Honestly, at the same time, can you really blame him? First off, have you seen how his picture looks? He looks like Will Smith, like the genie. Will Smith.
Yeah, let's talk about Bijan. I'll get a photo up real quick.
Up and I'm on this beard. But yeah, this dude went from just having normal dreads, all like that, to all of a sudden sticking it up in one hair, being all bald around here. And he has a hair sticking out like he's a genie from Aladdin, if you've seen the movie. It's like the blue guy. But it's just if for some reason Bijan Robinson did request a trade, I would not blame him one bit because he's playing in Atlanta. And Atlanta, they're not a good football team. They haven't been relevant since they blew the 28-3 lead. And even that was horrible for the Falcons. It's the worst blown lead of all time. And Don Robinson's always extremely valuable in fantasy. And there is something I also wanted to discuss about the Arizona Cardinals camp because I saw this video and I'm going to talk about it in a sec. But right now, Amon's going to get the picture because this might be one of the most bizarre pictures of an NFL player I may have ever seen. This is when Jimmy Butler dressed all emo for
picture day, media day,
for media day, and even that was okay. But what Bijan Robinson is doing, I don't even know if I don't know how he's gonna fit that into his helmet first. I don't know if he's gonna like string it like an ice cream or whatever. But Drew, have you seen the picture?
No, I have not seen the picture.
Yeah. If you got time though, before like Amon like tries to pull it up, I would try to just go on your phone, go on Instagram, type in Bijan Robinson, and you'll find it in like 2 seconds because he's wearing like the all red uniform. And then he's just standing there holding the football, and his hair is sticking like this. It's just everybody else.
Oh God, that is ugly.
Yeah, and
oh my God,
163. While I'm going to be talking about the Niners training camp, I'm going to discuss that also because there's a lot going on with Ricky Pearsall and some major concerns also at the same time.
Oh God, that's ugly.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm taking this from an Instagram post. I had trouble trying to find a Google image, but so we're just real quick. Behold!
Oh my God, that is ugly.
How do you fit that on the helmet?
Yeah, that's literally like I just mentioned. I don't know if he's just doing that for media, like for media day or what, but that might be the worst part.
You said it. What the heck?
I didn't know what that scream was for 2 seconds. That scared the crap out of me. I was like, what? God, and then you're like, oh, it's one of the sound things. So I go,
yeah, one of the sound things. Because right now, the crowd's probably screaming right now. The viewers watching this is probably screaming.
Look at how many comments are in it.
I mean, this is from a post.
3,000 comments. Go to his Instagram and you'll see.
It's crazy, but...
Oh my God, he looks chopped.
I just don't know how you fit that on a helmet.
What is living in Atlanta done to him?
But we'll keep on going with these injuries. I know we got Ricky Pearsall stuff, yeah. But, the Panthers, you feel like they won the division. Some high hopes. No, they lost their third-round draft pick, tore his LCL.
I thought he tore his ACL.
No, it's LCL.
Oh.
But it's another part.
I don't think it's like
pretty much a knee injury for people if you're just confused. It's just
it's not the ACL or meniscus, by the way.
It's a ligament injury in the knee that holds your.
We are not doctors, so we're not 100%.
Not doctors, but
we're not doctors. We're just
a pretty big knee injury. I mean, there's injuries. I mean, we could go on and on.
49ers, please get rid of the substation for God's sake, man.
But since it seems like we're all on cue, let's just talk about it since we got a comment. The Niners. The Niners. Well, there's some good news.
Yeah.
Wait, there's some good news. A round of applause. Debo's back.
Oh, yeah.
Really happy to see Debo back.
Because they're probably I'm not a big Niner fan, but Jack and Drew agree or disagree. But Ricky Pearsall felt like he was going to be like a future for the Niners, right?
Yeah. With this signing, them, it truly shows me that either A, Ricky Pearsall is not going to play at all; he's going to be out most of the year, or the Niners are going to get rid of him.
I think he's out for the season.
I heard he might be out for the season, but I haven't heard any like confirmed like out for the year or anything like that. But besides that, haven't really heard too much. But for the Niners, there's just been way too many injuries going on. Like for example, like during a play I saw with Fred Warner and Jordan James, who's going to be the Niners' backup running back. He like collided with Fred Warner, and Jordan James, he broke one of his ribs. So this is even like the slightest touch, they're bringing to the ribs. And there's also like more. If you give me like just a quick moment, like so, here are the following injuries that the Niners have dealt with so far. So Ricky Pearsall is dealing with a knee injury. Jordan James, ribs injury. Malik Mustafa, hamstring injury, who's our safety. New receiver, Christian Kirk, dealing with a calf injury. Niners rookie, Grayson Halton, dealing with a knee injury. Andrew Farmer, dealing with a back injury. Vadarian Lowe, ankle injury. And last but not least, and hopefully he's like doing a lot better. Kyle Shanahan got into also a major accident, and right now he's and we're thoughts and prayers are with him. And guy got like 40 stitches on him, which is just crazy. I got this scar right here in high school. I had to get like 5 stitches. Imagine like 40 of those on someone's face. And he's dealing with a concussion right now, and he should be he should be recovered by the beginning of the season. But right now, someone else is taking his place for training camp. But all in all, it's just we haven't even started the season. Damn it, we haven't even started the season yet, and we're dealing with.
There's one team that's playing the safe card, and that's the Steelers. I saw a post on socials that Mike McCarthy is doing no live tackles. And heck, you might be. I know McCarthy, coached the Cowboys for a bit. And who knows, he might right now be the smartest coach.
And he's coach your team.
And coach the Packers, but he's the one right now, could be the only coach that's trying to keep his team healthy. Guys, we're not even at the Hall of Fame game yet, and we're having like a plague from the west to the east. I mean, we don't know about what's going on with other teams like the Giants division or of course, my Packers. I mean, there's stuff to talk about, but nothing really like big injury-wise that's going on with the Niners, Tampa, the whole NFC South, and all that. I mean, it's just like, and then the drama of, people want to get paid. But it's like you don't want to risk it because of what? They're old? I mean, who knows? But like, it's just absolutely crazy. But yeah, Drew, you're a Niner fan yourself. What's your thoughts?
Oh no, just get rid of the substation. At this point,
might as well call it a blackout.
And
might as well.
Yeah, there's just all this just bad stuff going on. And as for Ricky Pearsall, you guys have probably heard there's more sources, news that came out yesterday. So it says here Ricky Pearsall is still not practicing because of knee swelling related to a PCL injury he suffered last year. And it says here, and quote, all options are being explored and there is some concern. So, I mean, is it too soon to say it was nice knowing you in a Niner uniform? I don't know, it probably is. But
why not the Niners? Why
with the signing of Debo and then this story coming out? I think the Niners already know that Ricky Pearsall is going to be out for the year. And honestly, this is going to be this is going to affect Ricky Pearsall in his entire career because the Niners, there is a possible chance that the Niners could get rid of him. There is a possible chance. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but with the signing of Debo that just happened an hour ago, it's just I think an article will come out tomorrow because recently, for some reason, I keep saying these things are going to happen and they just wind up happening the next day. Because I said the same thing for LeBron. He hasn't signed with the team yet. Then the next day, all of a sudden, he signs with the 76ers. But tomorrow, I expect some type of article about Ricky Pearsall to be out for the season. And if that happens, I'll post it myself tomorrow on our Instagram account. Follow us around the baseballs.
I mean, but yeah, speaking of all, let's take a little break with the injuries. There's speaking of money, even Chris Olave just signed a 4-year extension with the Saints, and as you know, he's been with the Saints for quite some time. So, what do you guys just quick thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Show, he's a decent quarterback. But if I were Chris Olave, I wouldn't have signed that contract. Though it's a lot of money. I mean, if you're going to get a lot of money and still suffer with a bad team anyway, I mean, you might as well do it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, because that's the kind of gamble that Myles Garrett took on the Browns. And now look where he's in. He's in freaking LA. But it's good for him that he got a lot of paper. But there's a bit of an overpay because Chris Olave was good for a little bit, and now he's meh. Not like not.
Well, I mean, ain't he like pretty much the veteran now?
Chris Olave.
Yeah. Is he?
I mean, I don't know how many years he's been in the league.
We'll do. Well, we'll search that up off camera. Yeah, Drew, what's your quick thoughts on that?
I mean, if he wants to get paid, he gets paid, but honestly, Saints probably one of the worst team, always been the worst team since Drew Brees left or retired. So it's just that, if it's like Sauce Gardner last year signing extension with the Jets, like another crappy team, and it's not I'll say this. Not all good money is great money. Not all good money is good money. So I think that was just maybe a waste of money that, the Saints did, could get, but he did what he wanted and that's what he got. But I agree with Jack. He should have signed with a bigger team, better team, but he's not himself like he was, rookie year wise. So.
And by the way, Chris Olave has played for 4 seasons so far, so he's
okay. So not an actual veteran yet, but
he's just experienced, I would say.
The most experience of the group. A lot of people draft him in fantasy if he's the best available. Well, enough with the Niners. Enough with the Niners.
Sorry to interrupt. There was this, and I mentioned this earlier, Mon, while you look up the image. There was this video that I saw of the Arizona Cardinals, and this is also why I didn't want him going there. Jeremiah Love was handing the ball, and there was 5 defenders in front of him and no O-line. Jeremiah Love is gonna be he's a great player, and I really like him. He went to Notre Dame. But I just really didn't want him to go to Cardinals of all the teams that he could have gone to. And this is what happens when you don't have an O-line. It's just him and a bunch of defenders. It's like that one scene in the Odyssey where all the giants just come from the woods out of nowhere and just start slaughtering everybody. That's what Jeremiah Love is going to be up against. And right now the Cardinals have no O-line, so. Also, if you're thinking about drafting Jeremiah Love in fantasy football, don't listen to the experts.
I say don't draft them as a starter.
Based upon instincts and knowing the game of football, do not. Jeremiah Love will get touchdowns, don't get me wrong, but he's not going to win Rookie of the Year. He's not going to have a great year. He's going to be slaughtered, and there's a good chance he'll probably get hurt like James Conner. And the worst part of it all, he's not even named the starter. It's James Conner.
Who is it?
James Conner, I think.
Still keep going.
I think.
Okay. But all right, enough talk. Let's go to another. Well, one's a Bay Area team.
Yeah. So Jeremiah Love, from one Irish fan to you, I am so sorry. And the Niners, when we play against you, we are probably going to slaughter you. And that's what Nick Bosa is probably going to be doing. Next topic.
All right. Let's keep the NFL. Another Bay Area team. Well, once was in the Bay Area. The Raiders. Helping Jesse out, and of course myself, a Raider fan. As we know, recent news, Kirk Cousins got the nod of being head coach. Funny enough, I saw a funny video of him doing sprints. That man should just retire. He should have just retired. I mean, it was just kind of funny. I'm just people are watching. I'm assuming it's uploaded of just the sprints he did with the team. It's like, oh man, this man's like a retirement. I saw a funny video of I don't know if you guys know, but it was a post of an old man holding the ball and they let him score in a flag football. It's kind of like that. People were comparing that. It was hilarious. But anyway, as we know, Kirk Cousins getting the nod as starter. just to get the pressure off Mendoza, because we know the hype. I mean, the hype train. Raiders draft a quarterback first round. I know it's been a bit. I know the whole story. That's not now. This isn't. That's not. That's then. Now this is now. So as we know with that, but with Kirk Cousins overall, so far at least current updates for day 2, that Brent Hayes makes some big throws, toss to Brock Bowers, and apparently, as we know, he's a great pocket QB, so he avoided pressure from Crosby. But by what's known for the number 1 pick, Fernando Mendoza, I learned he's getting second reps, be on the second team. So when we hit the preseason, we'll get to see Mendoza on the second set. And I heard Aiden O'Connell, we still have him. He's going to be on like the third set and so on. But like, not only just that, Mendoza's, I heard he's like really solid on the Kubiak's offense. So he's already starting to really quickly learn on the Kubi offense scheme. So that's great to hear. So he's already adjusted. As you know, he got paid. I mean, just in general, rookie signings, it took a bit, but all the rookies got paid. So Mendoza, got his rookie pay. On the defensive side, mainly Crosby, as we know, that whole hoax of a trade. As I say, don't trade to the Ravens. Don't even make any trades with the Ravens, because as we know, we talked about it much ago of when that trade went down when he went to Baltimore for a pick this year. We thought it was like, wow, like, okay, it was a top pick, so I was like, all right, but then they had cold feet, as we know, we talked about it. But anyway, right now, like when he first entered, he was hesitant slightly, I guess just, it's been a bit, just need to warm up, and then his first practice, but as soon as training camp, he flipped the script, he's back to his usual self. So Mad Max is back. And then, as you know, I'm also a Packer fan. The Jonathan Gannon, you're probably wondering, as you know, he was a head coach. He said about the Cardinals, he was a head coach. Now he's back being defensive coordinator. And right now, he's pretty much like tailoring the scheme of the strength of personnel. Not only that, even developing the safeties. As we know, the Packers are quite young. Xavier McKinney, Evan Williams, Javon Bullard so far, at least for those 3. And in other news, there's a player I do want to talk about, but who knows? He could be Defensive Rookie of the Year, I would say right now. And that's Brandon Seiss. As you know, it's Seiss, hopefully I got his last name right. He's been taking first reps on the starting defense. So, like, among all, as we know, injuries, a lot of injuries for the Packers as well. They're on the list with me. But Keyshawn Nixon, he's kind of like one of our, like, top corners. He was out in the first day, and Cisse took the bump, and he was a second-round draft pick of this class, and he was taking reps with Valentine and other corners. So I feel like seeing that, it brings me joy, because I feel I might just say that we'll see when we hit the NFL season, but he might take Rookie of the Year. So he's a second rounder. Usually second rounders, not always the case, but I feel like for at least Defensive Rookie of the Year, I think maybe he could steal it, but we'll see when the season plays out. Another young receiver, Isaiah Nayor. He made a great play. This guy is 6'4", 218. This is a pretty, like, he has the height and the body weight of a receiver. I mean, 6'4", 218. I mean, that's crazy. But he's been working with the number 3 unit. I mean, he's not like there to that point, but who knows? Since you know how injuries are these days in the NFL, it's you never know. He could make a debut through the season. But just from a quote from Christian Watson, we were about Nayor saying we were definitely seeing the player he's been making this spring, and he's made today that we saw a lot on the scout team. So and then the Packers been scouting this guy, and just for the play he made, he hauled it in a rocket throw from the rookie Chiron drone for Virginia Tech, throwing the back of the end zone, undrafted rookie Chiron Jones off a rollout, and he maintained control. So he's starting to make great catches. So those clutch moments on a fourth down to win the game or something. And now just the other parts, as we know, Micah is on the PUP list. I heard week 6, maybe week 8 is his return. But another great player, Tucker Kraft. I mean, as we know, he tore his ACL early last season. But according to the GM Brian Gutekunst, he said a crowd, and I quote, that he'll be out there sooner rather than later. So good news for Packer fans. If you're anyone a Packer fan, let me know. I hope I'm not the only one. And also contract extensions in the works. So we'll hopefully get an update about that. But I'm glad to see Micah. He'll be returning soon. And, of course, the great Tucker Kraft, his Kraft mac and cheese. His Kraft cheese will be hopefully back on his feet with some food. But, yeah, I mean, that's some updates. I mean, other news, other stuff, at least Packers related. Isaiah McDuffie got extended. As we know, we made a trade with Zia Franklin and Edrin Cooper, who's been doing really well. Just came Isaiah McDuffie, just making big moves in the linebacker position. And here's the interesting part. As we know, special teams has been a problem. I know the kicking has been, you've seen it. But here's interesting. Sean Ryan, who's known for being a center, is actually taking long snapper as a backup, just in case if we need a stronger, bigger guy, so people don't our special teams on the other team go through the center, So yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's my notes for the Packers. And on the Raiders, at least currently, and about the defense. So yeah, just thought that's what's going down in Lambeau.
Yeah,
and Cincy.
There was one more thing I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, the Raiders, Jesse probably already knows this already, but so the Raiders came out. Sorry.
I forgot one more thing. Just let you know, the Green Bay, what they do, it's a tradition, is where they ride their bikes outside of Lambeau into the practice. It's a tradition they've been doing for a while. It's very lovely. I recommend you guys see it. But go on, Jack.
Let's see. So I saw on an Instagram post that Kirk Cousins is probably going to be labeled the starter.
Yeah.
For the Raiders in week 1, which I think is interesting considering you drafted Mendoza.
But I feel like it's the pressure.
Yeah, but I mean, the Titans drafted Cam Ward, and he was the first overall pick, and he's the starter of the team. Why is it so different from being why can't they use Mendoza? And have you seen the videos that have been going around about Kirk Cousins? Because apparently he's been looking, quote, slow and stiff.
Well, as I mentioned, that's the video of him. He was doing sprints, and the man could barely run without tightening his back. I mean,
yeah, because he's like, there's honestly.
I mean, he's not known for a sprinter.
I personally think Mendoza learning under Kirk Cousins is not a good move for the Raiders.
I don't know if it's just learned from Kirk. It could be Kubiak himself.
I don't know. I mean, Tom Brady is part owner. Shouldn't, I'm not saying Tom Brady's going to retirement, but shouldn't, Tom Brady at least give Mendoza some pointers and, give him some lessons?
I mean, you said that. The heck? We don't know. Brady could be whispering in his ear. But I feel like this move is just mainly the pressure. It's just the pressure. Keeping the pressure off. Of course, we'll probably see him in, week 4 or 5 or something. And then we'll finally get to see Mendoza. I mean, heck, unless Kirk Cousins injured himself in preseason, it's well, Mendoza, you're up next. And heck, as I mentioned before, he's understanding the playbook, and the scheme. So he's already getting that pro level. So, I mean, yeah, I know. I mean, Cousins, when he got signed, I'm sure, he was probably the best available option that the Raiders could have done, So, I mean, Yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's
what do you think, Drew? Do you think is it the right move for Cousin to just we'll see Mendoza in the preseason, of course, but when it comes to the regular season, it's okay to at least like keep the pressure off and like not rest, but at least not start him right away. Mendoza.
I mean, I get it, you don't want to just release, you know, not get overwhelmed with the amount of pressure you have to live up. Just being the one option, the one pick, but same time, it's kind of good. Just get I guess get some knowledge, gain some knowledge from a veteran who's been in the game for a long time. So, but but I just don't think that Kirk Cousins is just gonna start the whole season. So that's my thoughts.
All right. But any other NFL news before we move on?
Nothing really. Niners just be careful with how you're practicing, and hopefully an article comes out tomorrow, and hopefully it's not a bad one. Hopefully it's like you guys getting Vita Vea. If anyone else gets Vita Vea that's not you guys, I'm gonna go off on John Lynch in the next podcast.
Well,
and that is not gonna be perfect.
Dude gave you Mike Evans and Debo.
Okay, but you gotta counter something on defense. The Vita Vea is the best counter. Is Vita Vea to the Niners is the best counter for the Niners, like versus the Rams getting Myles Garrett. That's my honest opinion.
Let's get to MLB, folks. As we know, the MLB deadline is approaching, and a little trade happened. And when I sent this trade in our group chat, Jack thought I gave him a stroke. But I said, Logan is going to the Rangers. And you thought, wait, not Logan. You mean like Logan Webb? Like, no. The young catcher, Logan O'Hoppe, from the Angels. Yeah, the Angels made a move, and it's not Mike Trout. It's Logan O'Hoppe. Not yet. Who knows? But Logan O'Hoppe with another, I think, reliever to the Rangers, as the Giants will meet the Rangers. But as they're hitting the road right now, taking on the Padres. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts of just that trade? That was the recent trade we've received. Logan O'Hoppe to the Rangers. Like it, hate it, love it.
I mean, I don't know if it really benefits like either team. I haven't really been paying attention to the Angels or the Rangers.
Rangers in first, by the way.
What's his reaction? Just because you know the name O'Hoppe, and now you
not
see.
Really.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, what did you see? Just quick thoughts. It's the most recent trade we got. If you have any.
There's just a trade that could happen at honestly any moment now that I really hope doesn't happen, which I'll talk about in a second. But do you guys have any thoughts about this trade?
I mean,
that's either team.
Well, I guess I'm just assuming if the Rangers just trying to get younger and catching, I'm assuming that's the move. I mean, I just feel like the Angels entirely, you know how they've been through the years, and it's just like, why? It's like you figure they should have traded Mike Trout. If Mike Trout went to the Rangers, then we could start really talking. But
that's another thing. Why are teams doing in-division trades? You're trying to compete, not make that team better. Like the Angels and the Rangers, literally in that division, Rangers are number one. The Angels are the worst team in that division. Mike Trout will probably get traded. Don't know where. Better not be who I think it is. Because if that happens, I'm never watching. I'm not going to a baseball game. I'm not doing a damn thing with baseball anymore. If that happens, and there's going to be another part that happens. If that happens, I might want to. I might never want to watch or do baseball ever again. But Amon said he'll be our backs. But in other news of the trades, the deadline, as you all aware, for those of you who don't know, the MLB trade deadline is, I believe, on Monday. But It is usually at a certain time.
I mean, theoretically, we could just. I mean, just the trade happened. The deadline's
Yes.
already.
Sorry. So the trade deadline for the MLB is on Monday, August 3rd at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So Western time, it'll be
3
at
p.m.
3.
5 from the Midwest. Yeah, I mean, let's get to the deadline. Let's just keep it with the Bay first. The Giants. As we know, Drew, Jesse, and I was wearing my Brewer gear because my Brewers gotta watch.
We're in town.
They were in town. They took on the Giants, and Giants took the first game. So I guess the umpire was really good at it, and then Brewers bounced back, and then the third game happened, and Jesse messaged the group chat like he was like apologizing and laughing. I'm like, it's fine. Since when the Giants dropped 10+ runs at home before? Like, it's almost like I almost want to rant a little bit on like, wait, all we have to do is piss off our own team enough, and then they annihilate the Brewers 16-3. They were getting rid of all their anger out.
Maybe they took the talk show personally that day.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe all the drama, the deadlines, all this and all that about the Giants, trade this or don't do that. I mean, of course, everyone's mad on the Posey. It's really Posey mainly people are mad about. But that's for a discussion another time. But the Giants right now, who do you think is going to go first?
Arise for sure.
Everyone. They might even trade the fans also with how this season's been. But realistically, who's probably going to get traded first? I would probably say.
There's actually 4 though, but there's 3 that probably may be official. Here's the good news: Jung-Ho Lee off the block. No one's touching him. If he got traded, Giants fans might revolt a little bit because everyone loves the guy. But they replaced him. They replaced him with Ramos. Now, according to Ramos, he doesn't have a big contract. It's probably an arbitration next year. So it's not like he has a big contract like Adames and Devers with Chapman in a sort of deal. So I heard that. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. And then, then Arise, that was like most of the talks. They shouldn't trade him. I mean, he wants an extension. Just pay the guy. I mean, just pay the guy. Because, I mean, he's been batting so well. I mean, we know Schmidt tore his meniscus, and he was on pace for a good year. And then another player that's not official, but maybe just talking, is Chapman, who was signed like a 7-year extension last year. And so I was just like, oh, that's interesting, right? Chapman. I mean, might not be surprised with the way the season's been, but Chapman. The Nays, and now he joined the Giants. And now, if we get a trade during the deadline, then leaving, what if he did get traded? What team would suit him?
I don't know. All I know is the following guys on the Giants are probably going to get traded. So get ready for this. It's a list: Robbie Ray, Logan Webb. He's a question mark. Let's see. Giants don't have any relievers because they're garbage. Willie Adames, Rafael Devers. Let's see. I already said Willie Adames. Heliod Ramos. And
the rest.
And whoever else there is pretty much on the Giants. But, as you can see, the Giants will probably be one of the biggest sellers. The only thing I have to say to the Giants, do not trade anyone to the Dodgers. You trade anyone to the Dodgers,
unless it's a reliever,
you might be the biggest traders in MLB.
Unless it's a reliever. I mean,
I don't care. I don't care if it's for like a soda machine. You're not trading anyone or anything. I don't care if it's dog turd. You're not trading anything to the Dodgers. You trade a soul to the Dodgers, you're going to sell your soul to the devil, might as well.
Trey Posey.
Honestly, I would fire Posey and deport him because this team is Let's see, what was the private comment? Me again. But the worst case scenario, so Tariq Skubal, who is the biggest name in this trade deadline, is probably going to get traded. He had his last start, I believe it was yesterday or 2 days ago, and he was pitching against the Baltimore Orioles. He pitched for I think 7 innings, had a shutout for almost all those innings, but his last hitter that he played against gave up a run and he was pulled. People are saying that could be his last pitching appearance as a Tiger. The only thing I'm going to say to the Tigers is this: I don't give a damn where you trade Tariq Skubal to. Just don't be. If I look at an article on my phone,
Are we getting
Tariq Skubal went to the Los Angeles Dodgers, I will not watch. I may never watch baseball again. If I just for the rest of my life, I don't give a damn what goes on. I will never watch baseball ever again if it's Tariq Skubal. And you will guarantee that the strike will definitely happen.
You know, the Giants, just going back to the Giants for some humor, folks, they should get this guy.
Honestly, that thing would probably do better than most of the Giants bullpen.
Do you know who this is?
Is that
Brian Wilson?
Yeah, Brian Wilson.
Yeah, he was great.
But anyway, yeah,
Before
Skubal.
there was James Harden, there's Brian Wilson.
Detroit. Milwaukee has literally the best farm system probably in the MLB.
Yeah, send him to Milwaukee. Send him to the Yankees. I don't care. Don't not trade him to the Dodgers. And if you do, you got to ask for a big ass type of ransom.
There's other candidates. I remember recently when we were coming back from one of the Giants games, the Orioles are having a little drama themselves with their guy Holiday.
They're not having a good year.
But not only that, Holiday and another player, but we know the name Holiday really well. You think we expect a trade?
The Royals just drafted him, so I would say no.
No?
Otherwise, it would just be a waste of a pick for the Orioles.
Okay.
No, I hear that Adley Rutschman will probably get traded.
Rutschman?
That's a guy I think the Giants would be better at for a catcher. If the Giants were a good team, I would say go for Rutschman.
But other teams,
Mason Miller, and if Mason Miller goes to the Dodgers,
I know, yes, we usually it's going to happen, but we gotta have to get some other options here, because the Grim Reaper of the MLB, Mason Miller, as you know, maybe will be starting with the Giants or he's closing it. Padres, they're sub 500. And it seems like trade is inevitable for him. If it's not the Dodgers, where else do you see him?
Mason Miller?
Mason Miller, the Grim Reaper.
I could see him going to the. I would see him going to the Yankees because the Yankees don't really have a closer.
Yankees, Drew.
If he was a starter, then I'll say the Brewers. But since he's a closer, I would say Yankees or any contending team.
Or you know what? Dare I say I'd like to see him go to the White Sox.
Interesting one.
Bring that closing energy to the Popes team.
But what do you think would be another question is we know the rumors, but let's just say if there's a player we don't know that might get traded, who do you think it could be? You could say Mike Trout, but who else do you think?
Paul Skeens.
Skeens?
Skeens.
Let's see how are the Pirates this year? The Pirates they're in the middle of the pack, so they're not terrible, but they're not going to obviously make the playoffs. I've always imagined Paul Skeens getting traded to the Yankees. I've always imagined it.
Could happen. The Yankees.
That's how the Yankees got. That's how the Yankees got Garrett Cole on their team.
Yeah, and Bader from the Pirates.
Garrett Cole. He started off with Pittsburgh, then he went to the Yankees. Paul Skeens started off with the Pirates. If Paul Skeens went to the Yankees, that would jerseys of him would probably be number one in the entire league if that happened, and maybe even I would try to get his jersey.
Yeah, Well, so far I was getting my phone just to be sure. Hey, we got a trade happened. And
Yeah, folks, trades could happen literally any second. It can happen now. It could happen tomorrow. It could even happen like while all of us are going to bed, or just being at work. Trades can happen any moment. It's going to be the busiest Monday. So that's what I suggest. If you're a baseball fan, have your phone next to you and ready.
I mean, yeah. So deadline's coming up Monday. So make sure keep your alerts. But if nothing else to discuss, we thank you for tuning in.
Oh wait, hold on, one more thing.
Okay, one more thing.
Also, one more thing. Wanted to mention about Macklin Celebrini. For those of you who don't know, Macklin Celebrini, who is a member of the San Jose Sharks, received the largest contract in NHL history, I believe. And it was a 5-year, $94 million. That's how much he's going to be getting for the San Jose Sharks. So he is the highest paid player of all time, and he is the future of San Jose. And he could do some recruiting for because I know free agency was going on, but not a whole lot happens. And with how the Sharks are, he is the future of the team.
Connor Bedard signed an extension too.
Bedard for the Ducks.
Bedard for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, it was his 70 something. This is almost $100 million.
Oh yeah, he's getting paid $19 million per year. Pellegrini is. So, and he's a youngster. But that's just 5 years. I'm 7, 8, 9. I don't know how the NHL does it. That's just for 5 years, folks.
Yeah, and I think he's only 20 years old.
20 years old. He will be 25. Only 25 by the time this expires. So for any Bay Area fans, it's time to watch our Sharks, folks. So stay tuned. But without further ado, like, subscribe, and share with your folks. After we do that,